point of an unforgettable story.
If we can't get him to the point where the ankle's stabilized, then he won't pitch.
In Boston, NESN presents Boston Red Sox baseball. Tonight it's game 2 of this series between the Red Sox and the Yankees. Hi everybody, I'm Don Orsil and welcome to Red Sox baseball. What everybody in Red Sox Nation has been waiting for is the return of Curt Schilling. And tonight at a chilly Fenway Park, we do indeed see the return of Curt Schilling. He had, of course, the one rehab start against the Indianapolis Indians, and he's ready to go. A tremendous first season in a Red Sox uniform, 21 wins to lead the majors. He was second in the AL Cy Young Award voting only to Johan Santana. Of course, the great numbers in the postseason. Take game 1 of the American League Championship Series away, he'd have a 1.37 earned run average. His only loss last year at Fenway Park, oddly, was to the Tampa Bay Devil Rays and John Halama, who is now a teammate. As always, we welcome in Jerry Remy. And Jerry, certainly everybody has waited for the return of Curt Schilling.
They certainly have, and of course everybody knows that Curt Schilling is the ace of this Boston Red Sox ball club and how important he is to the success of this team this year. Now the question is he healthy? He is healthy. He had no problems with his ankle throughout spring training. The only problem for Curt Schilling that everything has been set back because of the surgery. All the work that he normally does in the offseason, all the work he does in spring training to get ready for the year has all been pushed back. So he's pretty much now like in the middle of spring training. Pitch count won't be a factor. They said he could throw between 100 and 110 pitches in this ball game tonight. The question is, how sharp is he going to be? He didn't pitch a lot during spring training, and we'll be able to see that probably pretty early in this ball game.
Tonight he'll be matched up against Jaret Wright, the Red Sox and Yankees, and big Curt Schilling up next. Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by Miller Beer, by New England Dodge Dealers, by Dunkin' Donuts, by your New England Toyota dealers, by Aflac, by your New England Ford dealers, and by Southwest Airlines. And good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Fenway Park. It is a chilly evening at Fenway. Right now, the breeze blowing from right to left across the outfield, and the lights are on as the Red Sox and Yankees about to get to the series underway once again after the Red Sox took the first game of the series on Monday, the off day yesterday, and tonight game 2 of the series as Curt Schilling makes his way to the Fenway mound. Curt taking the mound behind thunderous ovations here at Fenway Park, as you might imagine, in his first start of 2005 here at Fenway Park. And he's got to do it up against the New York Yankees, who he is matched up against here tonight. And on a chilly night, Curt Schilling with the long sleeves on. Let's take a look at the Yankees visiting lineup brought to you by Rico. A different looking New York lineup tonight. In fact, the first time Tony Womack has led off this season. He's at second base. Derek Jeter, the shortstop. Gary Sheffield in right. Hideki Matsui batting fourth and in left field. Alex Rodriguez dropping down from 2 to 5. He's at third base. Jorge Posada does the catching. Jason Giambi, the designated hitter, with Tino Martinez at first base. And Bernie Williams in center field bats ninth. And the Yankees, of course, going up against Curt Schilling.
Tremendous numbers for Schilling last season right here at Fenway. 12-1 with a 3.45 ERA. He was the winningest pitcher in baseball with 21 wins. He was second in the AL in ERA with a 3.26 and third in strikeouts with 203. Schilling last year in the regular season against New York, 2-0 with a 4.82 ERA. That was in 3 starts against the Yankees. The Red Sox defense is brought to you by Lexus. The Red Sox have 5 errors in the 7 games they've played. It's Bill Miller at third base, Edgar Renteria the shortstop, Ramon Vasquez at second, and Kevin Millar at first. Left to right, Manny Ramirez, Johnny Damon, and Trot Nixon. Jason Varitek doing the catching.
Yeah, the umpiring crew, Angel Hernandez has to play, Greg Gibson at first base, Brian Runge at second base, and Charlie Relaford, the umpire, at third. Where available, this telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your television remote. Enjoy the game.
Buenas noches, amigos.
Leading off for the Yankees, second baseman, number 12, Tony Womack.
A chilly night at Fenway Park, and the return of Curt Schilling. "21 wins a year ago in a Red Sox uniform. The postseason, the bloody sock, and here we go again in 2005. The first pitch for Schilling is in there for strike one. He faces Tony Womack, leads it off. Womack has been batting low in the Yankees order, but used to leading off. This is his normal spot with the major league clubs that he's been with as he takes strike 2. So far, a .292 start for Tony Womack. No homers and no runs batted in. As Joe Torre tries to shake it up a little bit here for the Yankees. Womack fouling it off to stay alive.
And a good sign right off the bat for Schilling. The first 2 pitches fastballs and in locations that he wanted on the outside part of the plate.
It's one thing Curt said about his last rehab start, his one and only rehab start against the Indianapolis Indians. His location was good. He was happy with the way he felt. He was comfortable. The result was not great, as they would score 7 runs off him, including 2 home runs. Womack pops it up foul off to the left.
All 3 fastballs that he has featured so far to Tony Womack all have been 91 miles an hour, that time for the first time coming up and in.
The Red Sox activating Schilling before the game. They optioned infielder Kevin Youkilis to AAA Pawtucket to make room for Curt. So Youkilis going back to the Paw Sox. Womack slices it, follows 93 miles per hour that time from Schilling. Additionally today, the Red Sox said right-hander Wade Miller, recovering from a right shoulder strain, began his rehab assignment today at Single-A. And over 4 2/3 innings, he allowed 2 runs and 4 hits. He'll make another rehab start in the near future. Womack strikes out, and Schilling gets his night off. Started right with strikeout number 1.
You know, I think one of the things that you were concerned about with Schilling, the fact that is his location going to be good. In that particular at bat against Womack, every time Varitek put down a target, Schilling hit the target. They wanted that ball up and in, and that's exactly where Schilling puts the fastball. See Varitek set up and in, and there's the pitch. So that is an excellent sign that, you know, at least with the first part of the game, his location is where he wants it to be.
One down for Derek Jeter, batting second in the Yankees lineup tonight. He has been leading off all season, of course, last year as well. This reshuffle for Joe Torre has Alex Rodriguez dropping down from 2 to 5 in the Yankees order. And Hideki Matsui now in the cleanup spot. Schilling missing inside again. Ernie Williams for Joe Torre dropping down to the number 9 spot, and that is largely because they'd like to see the number 9 man see more pitches and perhaps work the count. Bernie Williams, a guy who does hang around a long time, and fouled off the right side, backing out of play. Been hitting 7th or 8th, and tonight Bernie Williams bats 9th. And the first time since 1995 that Bernie Williams has batted 9th. Back when the Brewers were still an American League team. Fouled off to the right, and it's 2-2 now to Jeter. His 3 for 21 is Derek Jeter. Against Schilling, he does have a home run. A little more than 5 months since having his right ankle surgically repaired on November 8th. Curt Schilling tonight makes his 2005 debut. He has struck out Tony Womack. And he's ready with the 2-2 pitch to Jeter. Framed by Varitek, but ball 3.
Well, that's 3 times in this at-bat that he has come inside on Derek Jeter. All 3 times very close, and all 3 times called the ball.
Angel Hernandez with the plate tonight.
Very consistent with those calls there against Jeter.
Jeter sliced it foul down the right field line, back and out of play.
93 on that fastball, and Jeter late on it. 3 balls, 2 strikes, rearing back with the fastball on the 3-2 count, and a little bit late is Derek Jeter on that fastball.
It took 7 pitches to dispose of Tony Womack on the strikeout. He's thrown 7 so far to Jeter. Line foul just outside of first. And again, Jeter behind. Jeter bats now. Gary Sheffield waits on deck. Strike 3 call. Jeter threw the bat, thought he had ball 4. Gets the bad news from Hernandez. Back-to-back strikeouts for Curt Schilling.
Well, Schilling goes back again to the inside part of the plate, and this time after 3 balls called in that area, this time he gets the strike call for strike 3. And Jeter can't believe it. He's shaking his head. He goes back. Same pitch I saw 3 times that was called a ball. This time it's called a strike.
Gary Sheffield with 2 down in the inning. Hopped up. Foul ground. Back comes Varitek. Discards the mask and will not have a play. Tony Womack struck out swinging. Jeter went looking, much to his dismay. Sheffield at 250 to begin the season. He does have a home run. Strike 2, and Schilling's ahead, nothing in 2. This will bring him to their feet at Fenway. Schilling's ahead, nothing in 2, trying to strike out the side in succession. And in the dirt, and Sheffield does not chase.
Couple of splitters for Schilling here in the first inning. That last pitch, a split-fingered fastball, but Sheffield not biting.
The 1-2 pitch to Sheffield. Popped up. Varitek backpedaling. From third comes Miller. Varitek will put it away. The nifty 1-2-3 inning for Curt Schilling. The Yankees get nothing. Red Sox coming up from the fence. The Yankees went in order. The Red Sox coming to bat, and they will face Jaret Wright.
Tough debut for Wright in a Yankee uniform. Lasted 4 innings against Baltimore. 8 hits and 6 earned runs. Last year 15-8 with a 3.28 ERA in the National League. 159 strikeouts. That was a team high, and has never beaten the Boston Red Sox.
Damon leads it off. Takes strike 1 from Jaret Wright. Johnny so far 321 to begin the season. Damon has now hit safely in 5 straight games. Little number right in front of the plate. Posada quickly grabs it, throws out Damon. It died on a foot in front of home plate, and Damon is retired. Take a look at the rest of the Red Sox starting lineup, brought to you by Dodge. Trot Nixon in right field, Manny Ramirez in left. David Ortiz, a designated hitter. Millard first base. Edgar Renteria at shortstop. Jason Varitek doing the catching. Bill Miller at third base. And Ramon Vazquez getting the start for the Red Sox at second base. Just 1 for 2 and 2 at bats so far for the Red Sox. One down in the last of the first, and Nixon sends it foul off to the left.
I think one of the big differences in Jaret right now than when he was younger, he doesn't try to throw every ball, at 100 miles an hour. He'll turn fastballs over. The Red Sox will see the fastball, curveball, slider, and changeup from Wright.
Definitely a much more mature pitcher than when he was with the Cleveland Indians.
Good example right there, turning over the fastball at 88 miles an hour.
99 through 2003, largely with the Indians, and last year under the tutelage of Leo Mazzoni, the great pitching coach of the Atlanta Braves. Some were surprised that Jaret Wright did not go back to the Braves. He enjoyed such great success there last year, and under the great leadership of Leo Mazzoni. And they'll work with Mel Stottlemyre, who over the years have been just as good and has had some great pitchers to work with. 15 wins a year ago, 15-8. Really a bounce back season for him. Ball 4, and Nixon works the 1-out walk. And the Red Sox have their first base runner of the night.
The Yankee defense is brought to you by New England Toyota dealers. The Yankees have also made 5 errors in their 7 games. A-Rod at third base, Derek Jeter the shortstop, Tony Womack at second, and Tino Martinez at first. Left to right, Hideki Matsui, Bernie Williams, and Gary Sheffield. Jorge Posada doing the catching.
One out, Nixon at first, and here's Manny Ramirez. And he's hit safely in 5 straight games, and overall 214 so far to begin the season. And he started the year going 0 for 8 in his first 2 games, but over the last 5, 6 for 20. Ramirez goes the opposite way to right field. Sheffield running full bore towards the line. Can't make the catch. It jumps up into the seats. They'll award second base to Manny Ramirez. So on the third will go Trot Nixon. Sheffield had to come full bore and still couldn't get it. Lands in fair ground and hops up into the seats.
Of course, with Ramirez at the plate, Sheffield has to play deep, so he's got a long way to go for this. He tries to make a sliding catch, and the ball bounces up into the stands, which actually becomes a break for the Yankees. If that ball continues down that right field line, you definitely got 1 run, and Manny probably ends up on third. No way Womack could get to it. Sheffield couldn't get to it because he was deep, and the Red Sox have second and third.
So 2 in scoring position with 1 down. And David Ortiz. The Red Sox designated hitter checks in, hitting at .385 to begin his young season. 2 homers and 6 runs batted in. He was 0 for 3 on Monday in the first game of the series, and it snapped his 6-game hitting streak to begin the year. Ahead 2-0. He did walk on Monday, and he's reached base safely in all 7 games. Ortiz after the 2-0 pops it up short left. Matsui with a late break, but he's there to make the catch, and far too short left field for Nixon to even think about it. There's 2 down.
A good example there. Jaret Wright on the 2-0 count to David Ortiz, not throwing a real hard fastball, just kind of turns it over a bit. Might even been a changeup, and Ortiz out on that front foot a little bit, just pops it up to left field, not deep enough, but Trot Nixon to tag and score. Watching that pitch a second time on replay, it did look like a changeup grip that he had on that.
2 down, 2 in scoring position for Millar. Millar batting 5th in the Red Sox order tonight, hitting at .273 so far this season. Millar with a 2-run single in the 3rd inning on Monday against these Yankees. Snapped an 0-for-10 skid. Nixon at 3rd, Ramirez at 2nd, as Millar takes a strike, evening the count at 1-1.
You see fastballs ranging for Wright from 88 to 93. That last fastball across seamer at 93.
Millar cranks it foul down the left field line. Out ahead, and now down on the count 1-2. Posada out to talk to Jaret Wright. Jaret Wright with his highest win total of his career last year, the 15 wins to go 15-8. His previous high had been 12 wins back in 1998 as a member of the Cleveland Indians. But he was 12-10, the former first-round draft choice, 10th overall of the Cleveland Indians. And we'll take a look at those numbers from a year ago. 1-2, grounded softly to A-Rod. Couple of steps and the throw to first to retire Millar. The Red Sox strand 2 in scoring position. Scoreless at the end of 1.
Sold more than 2.5 million tickets, the most they've ever sold by this date. So be sure to get your tickets now for the rest of the season. Tickets are still available for select games throughout the season. Call 877-RED SOX 9 to check availability.
Top of the 2nd inning, and Hideki Matsui taking a hack at the very first pitch of the inning from Schilling. Fouling it off, Matsui, Alex Rodriguez, and Jorge Posada expected here in the 2nd inning. So Matsui fans on hand. Schilling quickly ahead, 0-2.
429 for Matsui in his career against Curt Schilling.
Schilling struck out Womack and Jeter in the 1st inning. We got Sheffield to foul out to Jason Varitek to end the inning, a 1-2-3 first. On 18 pitches in the 1st inning. Curt Schilling unbeaten in his last 9 regular season starts. And this is outside to Matsui. His last loss came to the Devil Rays back on August 9th at Fenway Park. His only loss at Fenway all last season. 12-1 overall here at Fenway Park in his first season in a Red Sox uniform. 3.45 earned run average. He had 18 regular season starts at Fenway Park. And tied Roger Clemens with 12 home wins. Roger had 12 last year for the Houston Astros. Matsui reaches out and kind of flicks at it, sending it to fairly deep left. Ramirez there for the first out of the inning.
Now, Matsui's a guy that's given Schilling a lot of problems over last season. We'll see how he works to him in this at bat. A fastball that he fouls off. That looked to be maybe a cut fastball, a curveball. So he's seen 3 different pitches now. Back to the outside corner. A fastball again that Matsui will foul off, and now a fastball. Could have been a splitter, Don. It looked like it might have been a splitter that he pops up to the opposite field. It was 86 miles an hour, and that's generally about the speed of that splitter.
Alex Rodriguez fouling it off to the right. He's in a spot in the batting order that he has not seen in a very long time, and never as a New York Yankee. That's a .267 so far in the season. He was batting fifth. Tell you how long it's been. September 27th of '97 against Oakland. He was a member of the Seattle Mariners at the time. This is really too good a lineup to have started the way they have so far as an offensive standpoint goes. And a little bit of a reshuffle, especially tonight where the Yankees are not expected to score a lot of runs against the likes of Curt Schilling. To the backstop, 1-2 to A-Rod. One for 4 on Monday. It was Alex Rodriguez. 5 hits in his last 13 at bats. Down to the count, 1-2. In the dirt again, and he doesn't chase.
No love lost between these two guys, Schilling and A-Rod. Comments going back and forth during the offseason. Actually, a lot of them just really going one way.
Yes. Wasn't a great deal coming back from A-Rod. The 2-2 pitch. Popped up, foul off first. This will get back and out of play. Varitek giving chase, but well back into the seats. Well, the play at first base with Bronson Arroyo was certainly one of the strangest things I think you will ever see. And probably just a reaction type thing from him, but certainly did not bode well with a lot of people.
My opinion of it was that I think anybody would have done the same thing. You either knock the guy over, and if you can't do that, if that's not the first thing in your mind, you try to get the ball any way you can. And then, quite honestly, at the time, I didn't see anything wrong with it.
The 2-2 pitch. Pops up foul off to the right. Back and out of play.
I'm not quite sure it deserved the headlines that it got after that anyway.
It did get a lot of play. Bronson Arroyo was certainly surprised the way he swatted at it. Two and two. The count to Rodriguez. Posada waits on deck. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 3 for Curt Schilling. A-Rod, the latest victim.
Well, Schilling wins the first battle against A-Rod. It's a split-fingered fastball that'll put him away. I have been very impressed in the first couple of innings with the location of Schilling's pitches. I mean, that's one thing you had to be concerned about. You figured the velocity was going to be there, but you didn't know about the sharpness of the pitches because of not getting a heck of a lot of work.
2 down in the first 5. Erased by Curt Schilling tonight right out of the chute. As Jorge Posada stands in. The switch-hitting Yankee catcher taking a strike. Posada was 0 for 3 on Monday in the first game of the series. Against Curt Schilling, a pretty good batting average. Only 13 at bats for him against Schilling. In the hands and fouled off by the Red Sox dugout. It's 1-2. The Yankees beginning the night 3-4. Identical record of the Red Sox. Schilling has 3 strikeouts through an inning and 2/3. On the ground down the first baseline, foul played by Millar. It'll hang at 1-2. Curt Schilling threw 18 pitches in the first inning to retire the Yankees in order. 2 outs and 4 pitches now to Jorge Posada. He's thrown 18 pitches this inning. The 1-2 in the right field, a base hit. And the Yankees have their first base runner of the night. A 2-out single for Posada.
And a nice piece of hitting there by Posada. I mean, it's the pitch they wanted. They wanted the fastball inside, and Posada cleans it out. You see Veritek set on the inside corner. The pitch is there, but Posada with the line drive base hit. That was after fouling off a curveball, one of the few curveballs that Schilling has thrown. Then he gets the fastball and gets the hit.
Two down for Jason Giambi, the designated hitter for the Yankees. The shift on Vasquez in short right field. And only Bill Miller left on the left side of the Red Sox infield. There are shifts, and then there's this with the Vasquez in short right.
Not quite as deep as Bellhorn was the other day.
Well, Bellhorn was in medium depth right. And a strike on the corner and evens at 1-1. Giambi off to the slow start, hitting at 190. But physically feeling much stronger than he really did at any point last year. He was 0 for 4 in the first game on Monday. A strike, and it's 1-2. Giambi has never had much success against Curt Schilling in his career. In fact, none. 0 for 7. Schilling with strikeouts of Womack, Jeter, and Alex Rodriguez. Giambi sending it to center field. Damon back there waiting. Handles out number 3. No score after an inning and a half from Fenway.
Fenway Park, the first battle goes to Curt Schilling, going head-to-head with Alex Rodriguez. We all know the Red Sox didn't think too highly of A-Rod before the playoffs. That feeling was cemented during the postseason and confirmed by Curt during spring training.
Me not liking Alex Rodriguez is not a groundbreaking story. I'm sure there's a lot of guys in the big leagues don't like each other. The comments came about because of play on the field last year. That's the way I see it. I mean, I never really thought it was nearly as big a deal as people have made it. I mean, I'm pretty sure Alex could care less whether I like him or not. I mean, I certainly hope that I don't need somebody to not like me to motivate me to play. I mean, the guy's an MVP, so.
But the play against Bronson Arroyo, called by Curt Schilling, tasteless and classless by A-Rod, so the seed has been sown for the rivalry between the two guys.
All right, Eric, thank you very much. Well, certainly Curt has never been at a loss for words, to say the least, but very outspoken about Alex Rodriguez. Certainly someone that the Red Sox will see a lot of. 19 times this season, and the two matching up tonight. As the better of it belonging to Curt Schilling tonight, he struck out Alex Rodriguez in the second inning in their first matchup. But really, as you mentioned, they're very one-sided. We've not heard much from A-Rod. Down the line, a fair ball. He'll kick off the boxes. Renteria with a wide turn, and he'll return to the bag at first, as he begins to learn about the friendly confines of Fenway Park and how those boxes work when they jet out.
Well, I'm sure he's been told many times as a shortstop here to expect this. The ground ball down the third base line as a chance to hit those stands and bounce out. So this time at the offensive end of it, he finds out what it's like. Just catches the corner of the photographer's booth down there and bounces out toward Matsui. That was an off-speed pitch, a changeup, off-balance swing, but a base hit for Renteria.
Second Red Sox hit. And there's Jason Veritek. Well, tonight is Widescreen Wednesday. If you're wondering what's going on with your screen and what's going on at the top and the bottom, it is Widescreen Wednesday. Last year, we'll tell you a little bit about it first. You see more video action outside of what a standard television would display under this format. As the pitch misses inside. Standard definition NESN is being presented widescreen letterbox format tonight, and one of the reasons truly is because it gives you more of a panoramic view. Last year during a Yankee Red Sox game, to give you an example, Ruben Sierra was thrown out at third, yet the only shot that clearly showed him was on the widescreen HD feed of the game. If you had a regular television set at home, you would not have seen this, and we couldn't show it to you. So tonight is Widescreen Wednesday.
I remember when Wednesday was Prince Spaghetti Day and they were calling Anthony to come to dinner. Anthony!
Jaret slashes and foul.
I'm not sure I quite understand.
I tried to explain it clearly.
So in other words, there was a play that happened last year that if we'd have had this format, you would have seen it.
If we had this format and the more panoramic view, you would have seen it.
Okay.
So this is one of those test type things. We're calling it Widescreen Wednesday. If you've wondered what high definition television is about, Widescreen Wednesday on NESN will show you some of the benefits of this format. So if you're thinking about high definition, back to the mound, off of Jaret. Wright kicks out to Jeter, still with time to get the force out at second base as they get Renteria. Very fortunate there for New York as it gets a piece of Jaret Wright's club, but they still get the out.
Jaret Wright makes that play. They probably have a double play. Instead, with it deflecting off his glove, it slows it down, and all Jeter can do is get to the one out at second base. And just barely getting that, Renteria hustling all the way down that line. Can't quite beat the force play.
There's Bill Miller with Varitek at first and one down. So if you're on the fence about high definition, this may put you over the edge. Miller 217, no homers, and a run batted in. And he's infield at double play depth with one down. Almost grazed the uniform of Bill Miller. Miller has reached base safely in 6 of his first 7 games of the season. On the ground towards Womack, could be 2. Jeter for 1 on to first, the double play. The Red Sox are gone in the second at the end of 2. No score from Fenway. Red Sox baseball in NESN is brought to you by Citgo, by New England Jeep dealers, and by Foxwoods Resort and Casino. Rum Dog, my girl got Sox Yanks Monster. It's my birthday. What did your girl get you?
Nothing. My girl, we've been married 30 years, so at that point you get nothing for your birthday.
Oh, come on, Phoebe gets you something.
No, I don't need anything, Don. I have a very simple life. You'll find out someday.
Wow.
After 30 years, you'll find out.
Curt Schilling into the third. He's given up 1 hit. Jorge Posada's got it as Tino Martinez leads it off. Martinez off to a slow start. Like many of the Yankees offensively, he's just 2 for 15. It'll be Tino Martinez, Bernie Williams, and Tony Womack in the inning. Roll foul outside to first.
Each time the Red Sox win at Fenway Park, would donate $1,500 to the children's hospitals throughout New England through the Hood Home Team Advantage charity program.
Tino Martinez strikes out. 4th strikeout for Curt Schilling.
Schilling's had a couple of good splitters, but this is probably the best one he's had so far tonight.
working against the left-hander, down and away and off the plate. Off-balance swing by Tino Martinez. You know, a year ago we played the Yankees early in the season and they were struggling offensively, and I don't think there was any question we knew they were going to hit. It's going to be the same thing this year. You're going to look up and they're probably going to be leading the league in home runs like they did a year ago.
241 home runs last year, and they are too good a team offensively really to be struggling the way they are at any point, as they check at 30 did not offer. They started off very hot against the Red Sox in the first 2 games at .319, but over the last 5 they've hit .238 collectively, and as a team have 1 win in those 5 games.
You know, we had a shot of that dugout, and Carl Pavano sitting there, and good news for him, he seems to be okay, getting hit in the head in that series down in Baltimore in his last start. Had to leave the game.
Very scary. You know, he never went down though. He stayed up the entire time, and while having a concussion, flew that day along with his teammates here to Boston on Sunday, and thankfully Carl's doing all right. The Connecticut native. The 1-2 popped up, fouls. Varitek on the run. Miller coming over. Neither will have a chance. And Landers by the Yankees dugout. This was on Sunday against the Baltimore Orioles, and the liner right back off the side of his head. And he actually stayed standing, did leave the game, and immediately went for x-rays.
It's amazing. He never did drop to the ground on that. Taken out of Yankee Stadium on a stretcher, but thank goodness everything's okay.
Quite sure his parents are here tonight. When he was a pitcher for the Pawtucket Red Sox, they'd come down from Connecticut for just about all of his starts. I'm sure he's got family here and friends. To left center field. Manny on the run. That one's going to grab some of the wall on a hop. And Ramirez playing the carom, but a 1-out double for Bernie Williams.
Looked like a curveball that time from Schilling, and Bernie Williams hitting out of that 9 spot. Goes to the opposite field. Yeah, the spin of the curveball stays away, gives Bernie a chance to kind of extend and drop it 1 hop off that left field wall.
Another double for Bernie Williams, his 4th all-time for the Yankees. Behind Gehrig, Mattingly, and Ruth, and ahead of DiMaggio. Really up there in a lot of Yankees categories. Mattingly, of course, the hitting coach, his 2nd season for New York in that capacity.
Well, look how shallow Manny Ramirez is in left field with Tony Womack at the plate. That's as shallow as you'll ever see anybody play here in left field at Fenway. Almost impossible on a ball hit that way to score from second base if it's directly at Ramirez.
Womack slicing and foul back off to the left.
The whole outfield is pulled in closer than they would normally be. But of course, Ramirez in left field more shallow than everybody else.
Now he plays a shallow left field anyway, right? But certainly not this shallow.
Yes, he does, and that's the proper way to play it here at Fenway Park. Gets over your head, and worse it's going to be is a double.
Schilling with a good long look at Bernie Williams at second. And his 0-2 elevated. Womack looked like he wanted to come out of his shoes after it, but he did not. Womack signing a 2-year contract as a free agent with the Yankees this past offseason. He's actually at spring training with the Red Sox last year before going to St. Louis. On the ground to third. Bill Miller with a long throw that gets there in plenty of time.
There are now many ways to enjoy the Red Sox in Fenway Park beyond the 81 games of the regular season. Catch all of the new Red Sox publications, the World Class Media Guide, Yearbook, and Red Sox Magazine. Book your cabin on the Red Sox Cruise. Reserve your slot at the Red Sox Fantasy Camp and schedule a celebration or party at Fenway when the team is on the road. For information on all of this, call 877 Red Sox 9.
I highly recommend the Cruise portion of that list, among others. in many ways to enjoy the Red Sox.
The Red Sox had an open day here yesterday at the ballpark. Had quite a crowd in here. We'll be able to look at some of the memorabilia of years past from the Red Sox, the rings that were given out. Plenty of activity here at the old ballpark.
2 down, Bernie Williams in scoring position. Derek Jeter's second look at Curt Schilling. A swing and a miss. Elevated that time, 90 miles per hour from Schilling.
A lot of fastballs in the first at bat to Jeter. Starts him with a high fastball here.
Jeter went looking in the first inning. 1 of 4 strikeouts for Schilling. Well, Derek Jeter in a situation here that he has done very well in. A runner in scoring position. The league leaders are brought to you by Olympia Sports. Here are the hard numbers to back that up. 2 outs and runners in scoring position. Jeter behind Helton, Cirillo, Ramirez, and Guerrero. Schilling 4 strikeouts in his outing so far. His first of 2005. Jeter with a swing and a foul tip to stay alive.
After a couple of high fastballs, Schilling looked like he had gone to the split-fingered fastball, and right there Jeter just barely fouling it off to live for another pitch.
The outfield straight away. 2 outs. Bernie Williams at second base. The 0-2 pitch from Schilling. Jeter stays alive. Sends it foul off to the right. 57 pitches now for Curt Schilling through 2 2/3 innings.
See Varitek on that last pitch. You know, you got a man at second base. You become concerned that maybe they could be giving away location. So Varitek set up an inside for the longest time, and just as the pitch was coming, popped to the outside corner.
Again, the 0-2. On the ground, Miller to his left. Little stumble. He's got time. Recovers and throws out Jeter. The Yankees are gone. They strand Williams. 2.5 deep. Scoreless from Fenway.
Your last chance to catch episode 4 of PartyPoker.net. Boston against New York. Poker Challenge is Saturday afternoon at 4 o'clock. Then on Sunday, after Red Sox baseball, it's an all-new episode at 6 o'clock, and then again at 8 o'clock. PartyPoker.net. Boston against New York. Poker Challenge only on NESN.
Ramon Vasquez leads it off in the home half of the 3rd inning. Getting the start at second base for the Red Sox tonight. Vasquez has seen limited time in the early going, just 1 for 2 so far with the Red Sox. Utility infielder.
Last night I was flipping around the dial, and I did check out the poker that was on.
Yes.
And I think it was last night. It was either last night or not. Well, I think it was last night. And it was, I got to tell you, to be quite honest with you, I've never seen it before. And it was very informative because they start the show up. They have a couple of analysts, and they explain the whole game to you, the system, you know, and how they get the points and this and that. And it was pretty good.
Were they talking smack across the felt? Any of that?
No, it was deep concentration, I would call it.
So it was quiet confidence.
New York, they had a guy from Wall Street guy. They had a banker. And some other guy that hates everything about Boston. That's all I could see. That's what they said about him when they started. Manny was not in the poker game last night.
Is there a score now? I know that the Boston people were losing there for a while. Are they still?
They were losing. Yeah, I got to be honest. I didn't follow all the way through the end.
But it was compelling for the time that you were there.
It was informative. At least I understood what was going on, you know, and they spent a good time explaining that.
Martinez gobbles up the grounder from Vasquez for the first out of the inning.
Last pitch to Derek Jeter inside with the fastball. He hits the spot again. A topspin ground ball, and Schilling gets the big out with the man in scoring position. So I have been very, very impressed on here in the early going of the location of Schilling's pitches. It's been excellent.
One down, back up to the top of the order for Johnny Damon, who hit a little number right in front of the plate his first time up. Posada threw him out. I guess that would be the #1 concern of Curt Schilling, besides the fact of his health and any other problems that may arise. But you'd think coming in that his location would be the thing that you might worry about the most. Pitch count certainly is not with a guy like Curt Schilling. And he was upwards over 100 pitches last time out. That's not going to be a factor, nor is it ever with a power guy like Curt Schilling.
And I would have to say that this, quite honestly, to me, is earlier than what I expected to see him this year. I thought maybe, you know, the way it started in spring training might be May 1st, somewhere in that area. But here we are on the first homestand, and he's making his first start.
Honestly, I thought we would see him on opening night. I know it was impossible.
Yeah,
but
there's a lot of people that thought that, yeah.
Knowing, you know, how much Curt likes that kind of stage and the competitor that he is, I just couldn't imagine him not finding a way to get out there to face Randy Johnson on opening night.
Now, you know something? If you're young, maybe that happens. As you mature and get older, you know your body better. You don't worry about missing one start because you know it's a marathon. You're a little bit smarter when you get older.
I'm waiting for that.
So am I.
2-2 to Damon. He's low, and it's ball 3. A full count now to Johnny. Another injury note. Right-hander Wade Miller, recovering from right shoulder strain today, began his rehab assignment. Single-A Greenville at Savannah, allowing 2 runs on 4 hits and 4 2/3 innings. He walked 1 and struck out 4. He will rehab once again. Damon lines in a fair ball down the right field line to the corner. Johnny headed for 2. As Sheffield digs it out, Johnny will pull it up. He's here on second and has to get back quickly. Throw coming in behind him. It's a 1-out double. And the 3rd Red Sox hit of the night.
6-game hitting streak for Damon. He's one of those guys that's hit Jaret Wright pretty well in his career. And a rollover line drive. Roll those wrists over and shoots it right down that right field line. Took quite a while for Sheffield to get to it. You see Jaret Wright shaking his head. Didn't like location of pitch. So the 1-out double for Damon.
Last 6 games, and it is now a 6-game hitting streak for Johnny Damon at .385. And a double here with 1 down. Trot Nixon walked his first time up. The only walk surrendered tonight by Jaret Wright. Second start of the season for Jaret Wright. The start last Friday against the Baltimore Orioles at Yankee Stadium. His first appearance as a Yankee. A 12-5 loss to the Orioles. He lasted only 4 innings, giving up 8 hits and 6 earned runs. Signed a 3-year contract with the Yankees as a free agent back in December. After his 15-win season and 32 starts last year for the Atlanta Braves. Nixon tried to hold up and did. Apparently they will check at 3rd, and Charlie Rutherford said he did not offer.
Take a look from above and you get a good look at it there. Looks like Trot did control the head of the bat, did not break the wrist.
The outfield straightaway on Nixon. Damon with his lead off second. 3-1 to Nixon, who walked his first time up. Jaret Wright up to 45 pitches. He works with 1 out here in the 3rd inning. Manny Ramirez waiting on deck. Ball foreign for the second time tonight. Nixon will take the walk. So 2 on 1 away, and Manny Ramirez making his way to the plate. Red Sox had 2 base runners in the first inning with 1 away and could not score. The base runner in the second and could not score. Now with 1 out, runners at first and second. Ramirez with a double his first time up, the former teammate of Jaret Wright's, and they were members of the Cleveland Indians, and since '99, 755 RBIs. Nobody better than Manny Ramirez in that time span. And in tight, back at Manny off, and it's 2-0.
In that 2-seam fastball moving back up and in on Ramirez.
The Red Sox have been held to 3 hits. Ramirez has got 1 of them. He doubled back in the first inning. The strike, and it's 2-1. Jaret Wright got his career off to a very good fast start as a rookie with Cleveland back in 1997. Helped lead the Indians to the World Series with a 3-0 record, 4.73 ERA, and 5 postseason starts. From there, however, things did not go as well as he would have liked. Ended up going to San Diego after 5 seasons with Cleveland, a lot of injuries, and then 2 seasons with Atlanta. Ball 3 to Ramirez. Three and 1 to Ramirez. Damon at second, Nixon at first. In the dirt, ball 4. It's back-to-back walks given up by Jaret Wright. And that'll bring Mel Stottlemyre out.
Well, get the Sunday Globe's award-winning sports coverage every week. Call 800-984-5335 today for 50% off home delivery. The Boston Sunday Globe. Start the week off right.
So a bases loaded, 1-out situation, and Jaret Wright running into some control problems here all of a sudden.
And this is a nightmare for the Yankees. I mean, bases loaded with a couple of walks and a double, and the guy that has absolutely destroyed the Yankees, David Ortiz, coming to the plate. So Torrey giving a sign out there. That was to Tito Martinez to tell him to play back at first base. If you're going for the double play, go for the 3-6-3.
An opportunity here for the Red Sox in the bottom of the 3rd inning. David Ortiz flying to left his first time up. Jaret Wright in his career has never allowed a grand slam. Ortiz fouls it off to the left.
It's cold here tonight at Fenway, but it doesn't seem as bad as opening day because I don't think the breeze is blowing quite as much.
I would agree. I think it was much windier on Monday. Flag in left center. Not doing a whole lot. David Ortiz been Mr. Clutch in his career, and certainly with the bases loaded. .92 miles per hour, but up and away.
He's been trying to turn that fastball over, get a ground ball, but he's been having a tough time controlling it, both to Ramirez and that time to David Ortiz.
Ran by Posada, but ball 2-1.
Now both Posada and Jaret Wright wanted this last pitch, but just a little bit low. You see Posada giving the target. He wants it down, but you got to remember Ortiz is pretty tall. Those knees are high.
Tried to flip it up there at the end, back into the strike zone. 3-1 to Ortiz, and again, the Red Sox hitter in a great hitter's count against Jaret Wright.
Yep, a hitter's delight. Bases loaded, ahead in the count, 3-1.
Ortiz lofts it to left. Matsui over towards the corner to make the catch. Plenty deep enough for Jamin to tag and score with the game's first run.
Well, again, you know, there's the difference to me between Jaret Wright now and Jaret Wright, you know, the last time we saw him in Cleveland. That 3-1 pitch, he takes something off, he turns it over, and he gets the fly ball out. You know, he would try to blow that ball by him when he was a kid. He makes a good pitch there, and that really gets just the one-run home. Second time Ortiz is going to left field, that time deeper to get the run in.
The ball appeared to carry as well as Matsui was running on a line, then had to duck back towards the corner to retrieve it. As Millar takes ball one, Posada's going to come right out of the crouch to leap up to grab that. Millar bounced out to third base his first time up. So far 3 for 7 with runners in scoring position on the season. With 5 RBIs, including 2 in the last game on Monday. Big sequence, a 2-run single for Millar. The 2-0 delivery from Jaret Wright. Ball 3-0. He's had to work from behind to just about everybody in the inning for the Red Sox. And Vasquez to ground out to begin the inning. Damon with a double. Back-to-back walks of Nixon and Ramirez. Then the sac fly for Ortiz. Ball 4 and a 4-pitch walk to Millar. Reloads the bases for the Red Sox. Third walk of the inning, 4th of the outing for Jaret Wright.
The shortstop, number 16, Edgar.
Well, there have been no shortage of base runners for the Red Sox in the early part of this game.
In the 4 innings that Jaret Wright worked in the 12-5 loss to the Orioles his first time out, he walked only 1. And 4 of them here tonight, 3 coming in the inning, and a chance here for Edgar Renteria. In the dirt, picked by Posada.
Well, it's almost like right now he's just aiming the ball trying to get a strike. Quiet down in the Yankee bullpen.
.61 pitches on the night for Jaret Wright. 32 of them coming in this inning. Again, Posada having to leap from the crouch upright to retrieve it. Meanwhile, Curt Schilling has waited 19 minutes. Not minding as the Red Sox have grabbed a run and We'd like to see some more come across in the inning. And there's a strike. Patiently waiting is Renteria, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, you're right. You know, when you wait 19 minutes, and it'll be longer than that, you hope to have more than one run when you head back out there.
And certainly with that opportunity, with Jaret Wright having walked 3 in the inning. This is chopped softly left side. Jeter on the run, throws and gets him at first. Just by a hair, and Renteria can't believe it. The Red Sox do get a run, lead it 1-0 at the end of 3. Nation tonight to see Curt Schilling back, and the way he has been back as well tonight. Typical Curt Schilling through the first 3. And he has a 1-0 lead to work with. Player Profile is brought to you by Sovereign Bank, the official bank of the Red Sox cable network. 74 wins since 2001. It's the most. And he's got a 1-0 lead to work with into the 4th. Gary Sheffield. Takes strike 1. Sheffield fouled out to Jason Varitek his first time up. To center field. Johnny Damon waiting for it to come on down. 1 down.
Close play at first base to end the last inning. Derek Jeter charging the ball. A sidearm off balance throw to first base, and just in time to get Renteria. Renteria hustling down that line. Thought he beat it, but it looked like a good call. And once again, the Yankees get out of some trouble there with only the 1 run given up to the Red Sox.
He gave up a hit and 3 walks in the inning, got out of the inning giving up just the 1 run. There were 5 outings last year, incidentally, for Jaret Wright, in which he gave up 4 or more walks. And here tonight through the first 3 innings, he has walked 4 Red Sox. Hideki Matsui. A slow start against the Red Sox, as it turns out, after 2 great games to begin the year, including 2 two-run home runs. Since then, he's gone 1 for 8. To left center field. Damon heading back onto the dirt of the warning track, timing that leap, but no chance. Up off the top of the scoreboard. Manny sends it back in, but a 1-out double for Matsui.
And Matsui continues to do damage against Curt Schilling. We mentioned .429 coming into the game tonight. And Matsui taking what Schilling would give him, that ball away. It looked like it might have been a little cutter. And Matsui taking it off the top of the scoreboard out there in left field. Damon trying to time his leap. He can't get up that high. And then Manny there to back him up.
Matsui now 4 for 9 lifetime against Schilling. He stands at second base. Second time the Yankees have had a base runner in scoring position. They left Bernie Williams there last inning. Alex Rodriguez taking strike 1. A-Rod, a strikeout victim in the second inning. Center field hit well. Damon back there. This will take him to the edge of the track. Tagging at second and heading to third base without any trouble is Matsui. And there's 2 down in the inning. Another long fly ball. Time now for the Aflac trivia question. And our question tonight: what 2 Red Sox pitchers have led the majors in wins back-to-back seasons? We'll have the answer for you in the next half inning. Two down. Matsui at third base, and here's Posada, who has 1 of 3 Yankee hits tonight. Posada with a single to right. And on the hands, and popped up foul back to our left.
It is almost the same pitch that Posada pulled for a base hit the last time up. Fastball in. This time he fouls it off to the third base side. the single that he had back in the second inning. Fastball in. That time he clears the hips, gets the head of the bat out, gets the base hit. On the last pitch, same pitch, pops it up foul.
A little different alignment defensively for the Red Sox right now. Center field straight up, right field Nixon straight up, and over swung around towards the line is Manny Ramirez in left. As they align here for the switch hitting Yankees catcher Posada. Varitek out to talk to Schilling.
And a lot of times hitters will look at the defense out there and try to figure out how the pitcher's going to pitch him the way the defense is set up. If you look out toward Manny, you say, oh, they're going to throw me away. And that first pitch inside to Posada.
To the screen, and it's 0-2. Schilling up to 67 pitches through 3 2/3 innings. .67 pitches, 53 for strikes. In the dirt, and nicely handled by Jason Varitek. Matsui only 90 feet away.
The high pitch count, especially for the fact that this has not walked anybody.
The 1-2 pitch. On the ground, slowly towards second. Vasquez handles and throws out Posada. Left at third is Matsui. 3.5 in the books. Red Sox on top 1-0.
We're back here at Fenway Park, where, of course, on Monday was a day for the ages. The ring ceremony, the raising of the World Series banner. But one thing that people want to know is, where was Theo? General Manager Theo Epstein wasn't part of the ring ceremony. Well, he was watching and decided to take a back seat.
Really, the players are out front, and it was a great day for them to get their rings and for the fans to be able to applaud them. And, you know, I got a great seat for it. I was in the dugout watching and enjoying it, and was proud of everybody, and, you know, proud of the small role I played in helping make everyone so happy. So it was just a great day, and I didn't need to be out front there.
Theo received his ring at the welcome home dinner on Monday night. When asked what was one of his top moments from Monday, it was watching manager Terry Francona come out and receive his ring first, to be out there to watch all his players come out after that. He said that was a special moment. Guys.
All right, thank you very much, Eric. This is ground in, a fair ball just up over the bag. Varitek, Rollins first, and will halt it there. Sheffield up with it quickly in right. And just up over the bag, a single for Jason Varitek.
Right over the first base bag. That ball down and in, and a topspin ground ball right over the bag. You know, Red Sox have had a couple that have gone off the stands that have bounced back and remained singles. Nice bounce right there to Sheffield. Renteria had the same thing happen to him back in the second inning down the left field line.
So the Red Sox have the lead runner on for the second time in 4 innings. Bill Miller grounded into a double play his first time up in the second inning. Jaret Wright up to 68 pitches in his outing. And most of his work coming last inning as he ran into some serious control problems, walking 3 in the inning. But really getting out of the inning, very fortunately for him, just allowing the 1 run.
Some of those signs being relayed to Posada from Mel Stoudemire, that's not necessarily calling pitches. Sometimes it's whether he wants to pitch out, whether he wants to throw to first base.
Over the inside corner, Bill Miller disagrees, but he walks away with just the first strikeout of the night for Jaret Wright.
Now, one of the most of the time tonight when he's turned over the fastball, it's been away from left-handers. This time he turns it over inside, and that's a tough pitch because with 2 strikes, hitters are always thinking about protecting the outside part of the plate. When you throw inside like that with 2 strikes, sometimes you freeze a guy, and that's exactly what happened there to Bill Miller.
So 1 down, Varitek over at first base. There's Ramon Vasquez, who grounded out to first base first time up. The 100th start at second base for Ramon Vasquez in his career. Utility infielder. Slaps it foul off to the left. Time now for the answer to our Aflac trivia question. What 2 Red Sox pitchers have led the majors in wins in back-to-back seasons? Roger Clemens and Cy Young. Clemens 86 had 24 wins. 87 he followed it up with 20 wins. Cy Young in 1901 won a mere 33 games. And then in 1902 won 32. There's 21 wins last year for Curt Schilling. To lead the major leagues with the win total. Other Red Sox pitchers to lead the majors in wins: Joe Wood, Tex Houston, Mel Parnell, Jim Lonborg, and Pedro Martinez. Pedro did it 99. He had 23 wins.
It's a count here where they could play hit and run. The 2-1 count with 1 out. Change up on the 2-1.
Old Vasquez 2-2.
Vasquez completely full here, expecting a fastball, gets the change up and the off balance swing. Again, another example there of the maturity of Jaret Wright throughout the years.
Strike 3 call, about the same spot that Miller took strike 3 over that inside corner, and Vasquez goes this time.
Exactly right. You know, 2 strikes again, coming back inside with that turnover fastball, and credit Hernandez, the umpire. He's been consistent at that location. I mean, both pitches just about the same spot, and both call strikes.
So leadoff single by Jason Varitek, still standing at first base with 2 down. And the top of the Red Sox order, Johnny Damon, doubled his last time. On the ground to first, gobbled up by Tino Martinez, and the Red Sox are gone. 4 done at Fenway, 1-0 Boston.
With CVS Pharmacy, you can expect something extra when a Red Sox home game goes extra innings or the Sox bullpen records a save. CVS will donate $500 to Children's Hospital Boston. A lot of birthdays today, Don. I've got a couple to read. Ruth Markey, 95 years old today, and Renee Maloof turning 13 today. So a wide range of ages.
Nice, yeah. Here's Jason Giambi to lead it off against Curt Schilling, who is now throwing 70 pitches tonight. Right side shift on. Renteria knocks it down but could do nothing with it, and Giambi will reach at first base.
Well, he's the only guy that had a chance. You know, if he doesn't dive for it, it gets by him. I don't think from where Vasquez has to go, he's going to be able to get Giambi at first base. Look, he's going to his right in the outfield. So I think really Renteria is the only guy that had a shot at that.
Base hit for Giambi. Now 4 hits in the game for New York, and they have the lead runner on for the first time tonight. The pitching line is brought to you by Nissan, and Curt Schilling in his first appearance of 2005. 4 innings of 4 hits, no runs, 4 strikeouts, no walks. High percentage of strikes tonight, 76%. The pitches thrown have been strikes for Schilling. Well, I think there were some that were concerned by his rehab start against the Indianapolis Indians, where he did allow 7 runs, and some thinking, well, those are AAA guys that he was facing. Curt Schilling was not in any way fazed by that. Tino Martinez spraying one out to deep right center field. That'll one hop up into the bullpen. A ground rule double, and Giambi goes to third.
Tino Martinez, a high fastball about letter high. We saw him earlier in the year hit a home run on a high pitch. And this time he one hops it into that Red Sox bullpen. Not quite letter high, but between the belt and the letters, out over the plate, and Martinez with the double. So the Yankees with a threat, second and third, and nobody out.
Here comes Bernie Williams, who hit a double to left center field his first time up. Popped up into shallow left center field. On comes Manny to make the catch. And Giambi not going anywhere as the throw comes to the plate. 1 out.
Again, the benefit of playing somewhat shallow out there in left field. That ball looked like it might have had a chance for the left the bat to drop in, but from where Manny's playing, he's able to cover that ground. And of course, not being deep at all, Giambi has no chance to score. Even though Manny's going away from third base, still able to get himself in good position to make a throw. Nobody out, you don't take that chance. I think he's even closer this time than he was last time against Womack.
Wow, he really is. In at the lip of the grass at third is Bill Miller as well. Womack 0 for 2 tonight, a strikeout and a ground out. And a strike over the outside corner. And the Yankees tonight 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position. The Yankees left a base runner at second in the third. They left Hideki Matsui at third base in the fourth. Womack sprays it foul off to the left.
Tony Womack and Curt Schilling celebrated World Series championships with the Arizona Diamondbacks, along with Randy Johnson, who'll be pitching here tomorrow night.
Randy Johnson against Bronson Arroyo in the final game of the series. They elevate, and Womack doesn't chase. .78 pitches for Curt Schilling through 4 1/3 innings. Giambi at third. Tino Martinez at second base. 1 out in the top of the 5th. Two and two now to Womack. And one of the other things about that rehab against Indianapolis, Curt saying afterwards that he really was not concerned with the Indianapolis Indians hitters. He was in his mind throwing to the Yankees, which would be his next opponent, and was throwing in pitch sequence as to how he would throw to say a Jeter or a Matsui during that outing in preparation for tonight. Slap foul down towards the Yankees dugout.
Nothing worse than a major league player going down to the minor leagues for rehab performance. Those those guys just want to beat your brains in.
It's a no-win. The fans are expecting you to be the greatest of all time and blow people away, and you're just trying to get right for your first outing of the year, trying different things to be comfortable. I think in some ways it's worse for a hitter who goes down there. Everybody expects a hitter to come down and spray home runs against AAA pitchers, which is not the case. You've never even seen the guys that you face for the most part. And now trying to get on the same page here. Varitek, after reeling off some signs, will head out and talk to Schilling.
Now, we've said this many times. Usually when Varitek does this, when he gets back behind home plate, he won't even throw a sign down. They'll already know what they want to throw to Womack in this 2-2 count.
No sign forthcoming from Varitek. They've had their discussion. Giambi at third, Martinez at second. The 2-2. Just off the outside edge.
They're trying to get Womack, since being ahead, to chase that high fastball. A couple times inside, that time away, and he's been able to lay off.
Doesn't chase again, and the first walk of the night given up by Curt Schilling. Got ahead, but couldn't put him away.
Yeah, you got to give credit to Tony Womack there. I mean, Schilling quickly got ahead of him 0-2 and kept trying to tease him with the high fastballs. He would not chase it, try to split her on the 3-2 count, and would not chase that.
Now Derek Jeter, who's 0 for 2 tonight, struck out looking in the first inning. Grounded out to third base in the third. Jeter was 0 for 4 in the first game of the series. Never hit a grand slam. 336 with the bases loaded. As they are now for the Yankees. Giambi at third, Martinez at second, Womack at first. Foul down the right field line. Jeter, who has led off every game for the Yankees up until tonight, batting second in the Yankees order. To right field and in for a hit. From third comes Giambi to tie the score at 1. So an RBI for Derek Jeter. The Yankees get one back, tied 1-1.
Might have been a splitter this time from Schilling, and good solid contact. Yeah, it is the split-fingered fastball. You can see the grip. It dives a little bit, but Jeter stays right on it and shoots it to Pats Vasquez for the base hit. Not a lot of speed on the bases. Only one run comes across.
They had Tino Martinez at second base. He only gets to third on the base hit to right field. And the base is reloaded for the Yankees with one out. And it brings up Gary Sheffield. Big swing and a miss. Tough to swing much harder than Sheffield just did.
For most people, if you swung this hard, your body would completely fall apart. Sheffield stays together.
The amount of thrust that comes from him and his swings is amazing. In the dirt. And the count 1-1.
Super slow motion of that Sheffield swing, and that's faster than my swing, and that's in super slow.
9 grand slams for Gary Sheffield. He's 0 for 2 tonight. He's fouled out to Varitek, flying to center. Back-to-back hits to begin the inning for the Yankees. They've now scored a run. Bases loaded, one down. Schilling now trying to preserve the 1-1 ball game. Line down the left field line, foul back into the seats. Hurts even on a cold night, doesn't matter. Hot or cold, that's going to hurt as hard as Sheffield hit it back into the seats. 19 pitches this inning for Curt Schilling. 88 on the night. Sheffield hits it deep to right center field. Moving over is Damon. He'll make the catch plenty deep enough for Tino Martinez to tag and score with the go-ahead run. And to third base goes Tony Womack, and the Yankees take the 2-1 lead.
From up above, that fly ball trying to split Damon and Nixon, but Damon can get to it certainly plenty deep enough to get that run home and give the Yankees the 2-1 lead. You got to wonder, Don, you know, as we see Wallace coming out now, Schilling in his first outing, you wonder if fatigue is playing a factor as you get a little bit deeper in this game. You mentioned the 89 pitches now for Curt.
Dave Wallace out there to talk to Curt Schilling. They had a very brief conversation.
Dave's got a lot of stuff in his back pockets, man. He's got books and notebooks and pens coming out of there.
Probably a pitch counter somewhere in there, too.
For a pitching coach, you need extra big pockets. Captain Kangaroo.
Got more stuff when he gets back. Captain Kangaroo. Hideki Matsui out after the first pitch. Tony Womack at third base. Derek Jeter at first. The Yankees have played it a couple here in the fifth. Schilling up over 90 pitches now. 91 pitches on the night.
Great speed at first and third, and Jeter and Womack at third, but you got a guy at the plate, Matsui, who has always hit Schilling pretty well. If you can see Matsui get down to a couple of strikes, you may see the Yankees try something.
The speed you spoke of, Womack at third, Jeter at first. Swing and a miss. Matsui, a big swing, and the count evens at 2-2.
Well, very seldom you see any kind of reaction at all from Matsui, but Matsui upset about chasing this pitch or not making contact.
Schilling ready with the 2-2 pitch to Matsui. Got him. Strikeout number 5 for Curt Schilling. 25 pitches in the inning. The Yankees get a pair and lead it 2-1.
Own a 2005 Camry for $179 a month at Bristol Toyota. This is not a lease. Own a 2005 Corolla for $139 a month.
Red Sox baseball in Nesson is brought to you by Olympia Sports, by Subaru, and by Coors Light. Last half of the fifth inning, the Red Sox now trailing 2-1. The Yankees coming up with a pair in the fifth inning. Trot Nixon leading it off. Trot has done the same thing twice tonight. That's walk. Walks in the first and again in the third. Wright has given up 4 walks, 3 of them coming in the third inning. And the Red Sox left them loaded. The Red Sox have had some opportunities tonight. They have left 6 men on base through the first 4 innings. And as a result, the Yankees have now taken the lead. Nixon sends one to deep right. Sheffield back looking up. It's gone. Into the bullpen for Trot Nixon. His second round tripper of 2005. And just like that, we're tied at 2.
That may have been the first curveball that Jaret Wright has thrown tonight. If it has, he hasn't thrown very many, and that was not good. It stayed right out over the plate, and Nixon did not miss it.
Manny Ramirez tonight has been on base twice, a double in the first, a walk in the third.
You know, for the most part, Wright has been throwing straight fastballs, sinking fastballs, and changeups. Very few breaking balls. And you could see that he certainly missed his target against Nixon. Watch Posada set up inside. He wants the ball down and in. Watch location of pitch. Right out over the plate, and Nixon crushes it.
The strike to Ramirez. Well, with the result of that breaking ball, having not used it all night, you would doubt you'd see one here against Ramirez and Ortiz. The middle of this Red Sox lineup now.
He actually started Manny off with a breaking ball.
Trying to get it back under control again. Ramirez hits one high and deep to right center field. Back goes Bernie Williams, and he'll make the catch shy of the bullpen wall. Ramirez gives it a long ride, but Bernie Williams back there to retrieve it.
This ballpark through the course of a season plays so different. You got a slight breeze blowing right to left tonight. Not a big breeze, a slight breeze. In the summer when the wind's blowing out, that's probably a home run.
Jaret Wright in 186 innings last year gave up only 11 home runs. He has given up 2 so far this season in 8 innings of work between his first outing against the Orioles and his outing tonight against Boston. David Ortiz fly to left, and a sacrifice fly to left as well.
See, the Pedro guys have turned into Ortiz guys, huh?
One hopper at Womack. They will throw out Ortiz for the inning's second out. They're also doing K's out there for Curt Schilling. And if you're a K-man and Pedro Martinez goes away during the offseason, they must have had a meeting to decide whether or not they're going to continue with Curt Schilling. I guess he'd be the obvious choice.
Curt Schilling, 203 strikeouts last year, 3rd in the league.
Kevin Millar's grounded out to 3rd and walked. The Red Sox today to make room for Curt Schilling, sending infielder Kevin Youkilis back to Pawtucket. There was a time at the beginning of spring training where it sounded like Kevin Youkilis may start the season with the Pawtucket Red Sox due to the fact that they like him to play every day, and that likely to begin the season, if Bill Miller was right, he would not play all that much, and that's been the case. Miller's been very healthy, and we've seen very little of Kevin Youkilis, and he has been optioned back to the Pawtucket Red Sox.
It's always tough to get sent down. Obviously, people want to stay in the major leagues, and the fact is the Red Sox want Youkilis to get at bats. They don't want him sitting around on the bench. And as you mentioned earlier, Don, you know, with the stretch of games coming up, Red Sox got a lot of games in a row before the next day off. You're going to need some pitches, so they decided to go with the extra pitcher instead of the extra position player right now.
I think it is, what, 1 off day in the next 29.
Geez, we're going to have to work, huh?
There's going to be a lot of work. But it's good. You know, I think this routine, with everything that happened this last week, tonight really begins that routine. As the strike to Millar makes it 2-2. You know, the Red Sox players are talking a little bit about it. They were part of 3 home openers, 2 on the road and 1 at home. And tonight you kind of settle into it once again and get back into the season in a more regular routine. A series of night games beginning tonight. Fouled off to the right. Tino Martinez giving a look.
I had a chance today to tour the Red Sox new facilities, the new weight room, the new lounge they have on the second floor of the clubhouse. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, what an improvement.
Millar gets hit. He's got a piece of him on the arm, indicates Angel Hernandez. And he's down to first base with 2 outs.
Jaret Wright has never in his career been afraid to pitch inside. And he has had his share of hit batters, especially when he was younger with the Cleveland Indians. That ball just nicking Kevin Millar. So with 2 outs, Red Sox get the base runner.
There's Edgar Renteria's 1 for 2, a single back in the second inning. Back off right. He stays with it, bobbles it, and can do nothing now. Renteria will reach. Millar to second. Had a chance after it went off his body to retrieve it in the air, but couldn't do that cleanly, and Renteria reaches it first.
Yeah, he got glove on it. After it bounced off him, it did get some glove, but he was not able to hold on to it. If he does, he probably does get Renteria at first base. Right there, bounces out almost like a basket catch that could not be made.
The hit for Renteria and his second hit of the night.
Number 33, Jason Barrington.
Red Sox trying to get something done here with 2 down in the inning. Jason Varitek has been on base twice tonight, reached on a fielder's choice on the second, and singled to right in the 4th inning. 2 on, 2 down. Hard stuff away at 93 miles per hour from Jaret Wright. He's now up to 94 pitches in his outing. Nixon with a home run to lead off the inning, his second home run of the season, ties the score at 2. After Wright records 2 outs, he hit Millar. Now the infield hit by Renteria. In the first outing for Jaret Wright against the Orioles, in which he lasted only 4 innings, he threw 82 pitches. Now he's up to 96 pitches with 2 outs here in the last half of the 5th inning. Two-one pitch. Popped up left side. A-Rod backpedaling will make the catch to end the inning. But Trot Nixon has hit his second home run of 2005, and it's tied the score at 2.
Tune in to Nesson's Sports Desk tonight. New England's first word on sports, night and day. You get scores, highlights, interviews, and analysis. Join Hazel May on Sports Desk tonight following Red Sox postgame shows and mornings from 5 to 9.
Top half of the 6th inning, Curt Schilling about to throw his 95th pitch as he deals with Alex Rodriguez to begin things here in the top of the 6th. A-Rod, Posada, and Giambi expected. Renteria to the backhand, and the throw in time to get A-Rod.
Nice play by Renteria on a tricky hop. You see him shaking his head. That ball hit, it looked like right at the edge of the grass and kicked back.
The catcher, number 20.
So by no means a routine play here for Renteria. See that bounce, it just kind of goes back toward him. I was talking to Bill Miller about the infield today, and he said the grass is very quick right now. It's going to take a while for some of it to grow in, and they'd like to get a little more water on the dirt part of the infield. We're still kind of clumping up on him the other day, but it always takes a little time for a new field to settle in. Saw that up with the artificial turf up in Toronto.
There's Posada with one down.
It's funny, we were watching the other day during infield and batting practice, and the ball did look like it was really skipping through the infield grass very quick. And Bill Miller confirmed that this afternoon.
But even with the quickness, I would think that it was still better than what they were playing on last year, I would think.
Oh, absolutely. Nice and level. Just, you know, it takes a little time to settle into the new field.
Ball and a strike to Posada, who's 1 for 2 tonight. To right field. And in for a hit. Nixon moving over to cut it off on the backhand quickly. And that'll keep Posada to a single. Nicely done by Nixon to arrive quickly on the scene in right field.
Again, Posada not blessed with great speed. Hits the ball hard, and that gives Nixon a chance to get over that corner and backhand it.
Number 25.
Second bounce up into the glove, and that right there making that play holds Posada to the single.
So 1 out, 1 on, and it'll bring up Jason Giambi. Reached on the infield hit his last time up with the shift on. The shift is on again, but this time Vasquez not nearly as deep. And the second baseman just a step on the outfield grass.
Now the reason for that is, of course, instead of being out in this area, he's in double play depth. I mean, he's deep, but if he gets a ground ball in the grass, you're not going to get a double play. If he gets a ground ball there, you get a chance of getting the deuce.
The 100th pitch of the night for Curt Schilling is in there for a strike to Jason Giambi. Here's a look at the first 75 pitches from last season for Curt Schilling. 200 batting average for the opponent. After the 75 pitch mark, opponent's hitting at 305. Pitch away to Giambi. Posada the lead at first, held on by Millar. Giambi hits one a ton to right field. Nixon back towards the corner, and it is gone. A 2-run home run for Jason Giambi, his second home run of the season. The first allowed by Curt Schilling of this season. And the Yankees lead it 4-2.
Now Giambi, of course, has been hearing the chants in the first 2 games of this series here at Fenway Park, and he responds. Veritek set up away, fastball inside, and Giambi in the right field seats. It's one of the few times tonight, really, when you look back, that Schilling has missed his location.
Here's Tino Martinez. With 1 out of the inning, and Schilling now up over 100 pitches at 103. The Red Sox have not had anybody up in the bullpen. As Tino Martinez swings and misses, the fans down in the right field corner want the fan who caught the ball to throw it back.
Or maybe it was a Yankee fan that caught it.
So far, the pressure has not gotten to that fan. And the chant has subsided for the moment. Out towards shortstop, Renteria. On to first, 2 down. Well, tonight, Jerry, as you mentioned, Curt Schilling really a mistake there, but we haven't had very many. Your thoughts on Curt Schilling so far tonight?
I think it's been good, Don. You know, nobody knew what to expect tonight, quite honestly. And I've been very impressed with his location. He's had good velocity. He's got a good splitter. Thrown a couple of curveballs. And, you know, he just missed that one location there, and Giambi hits the home run.
And Curt Schilling now up over 100 pitches at 105, and there is action for the first time tonight in the Red Sox bullpen. As Bernie Williams pops it up foul down the third base line, backing out of play.
The thing that'll upset Schilling, obviously, is the fact that as we look at Mike Timlin loosening up, The Red Sox come back to tie the ball game, and then immediately the home run to Giambi gives the Yankees the 4-2 lead.
Only one loss all of last year at Fenway Park for Curt Schilling. And oddly enough, it was against a guy now who is a teammate of his, John Halama, who was pitching for the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. He beat Curt Schilling and the Red Sox back in August 9th of last season. The right field hit well. Nixon heading back towards the bullpen, and that is gone up over. And a home run for Bernie Williams, his first of the season. Second of the inning for New York, and the Yankees now lead it 5-2.
Well, Giambi's home run was on an inside fastball. Bernie Williams here on the split-fingered fastball for the home run. Ball on the outside part of the plate, and Bernie hooking the off-speed pitch for the home run. That went up over the Red Sox bullpen.
Going to have an extra base hit on the season coming into tonight's game, and now Bernie Williams from the number 9 spot. And the Yankees order has 2, a double, and a home run, and that's going to do it for Curt Schilling. Here comes Terry Francona.
You know, to their credit, too, the Yankees, they made him work. I mean, he only walked, what, 1 guy in this game?
Correct.
And the 108 pitches here in the 6th inning.
Tony Womack, the only walk relinquished by Schilling, and I'm sure Curt will be none too pleased with the way his first outing of the season goes tonight. Leaves to a standing ovation, but it's a 5-2 Yankees lead. The Yankees on top tonight over for Curt Schilling. And a couple of home runs in this inning for New York.
Fastball to Giambi, middle in for the home run. And then the off-speed pitch, the splitter away from Bernie Williams, and he hooks it over the bullpen. So, you know, when you look at this, the pitch count started to climb for Schilling. It's 4 runs, actually 5 runs, excuse me, in the last 2 innings.
Total of 108 pitches tonight for Curt, 78 for strikes. And of course, the 2 home runs that we just saw coming in this inning, and the Yankees on top now by 3, turns things over to the Red Sox bullpen and Mike Timlin.
5th appearance of the season for Timlin, his last coming Sunday at Toronto. He took the loss in that game to run his record to 1-1 on the season. In that game, an inning and a third, 3 hits allowed and the 1 earned run.
Top of the Yankees order, Tony Womack to bat with 2 down and the bases empty. Timlin was the loser, allowing a game-winning RBI double to Orlando Hudson in the 9th inning. Final game of that series in Toronto against the Blue Jays. The 39-year-old right-hander. Womack, line down the right field line, a fair ball. Well, jump up, and the fan grabbed it, and to second base will go Tony Womack with 2 down in the inning.
Tony Womack on a slider that time from Mike Timlin. Womack 1 hit tonight, but a pretty good night. Remember that last at bat, he was 0-2, eventually walked, and the Yankees got a couple of runs after that. A 2-out double to get in the scoring position here.
Two down, Derek Jeter standing in with Tony Womack in scoring position at second base. Jeter with a single to drive in a run his last time up.
LoJack is back again for another season. For every run of the Red Sox throughout on NESN, you have a chance to win a LoJack stolen vehicle recovery system. Log on to NESN.com and enter the date, opponent, and runner's name for your chance to win in the LoJack caught stealing sweepstakes.
Renteria to his left. Throws out Jeter to end the inning, but the damage done. The Yankees come up with 2 home runs and 3 runs in all. New York on top 5-2.
Fireside.
And Red Sox Nation extends to Hollywood. Drew Barrymore and Jimmy Fallon star in the new movie Fever Pitch. It's a love story about the Red Sox and several players and announcers have roles in the movie. That's Fever Pitch in theaters now.
Saw it last night. Thought it was outstanding. New pitcher on for New York as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Tanyan Sturtz.
Very busy so far for the Yankees' 5th appearance out of the bullpen. 3 earned runs given up in 7 1/3 innings. Pitched very well against the Red Sox at Yankee Stadium. Had a tougher outing last time out against Baltimore. 5 hits, 3 earned runs in 2 1/3.
Takes over for Jaret Wright. He worked the first 5 innings tonight for New York. 6 hits, 2 runs, walked 4, and struck out 2. Well, Jaret Wright battled his way out of some pretty tough situations, and the Red Sox not taking advantage of some opportunities.
Sure did. 2nd and 3rd, 1 out in the 1st inning. Bases loaded. The Red Sox only got 1 run in the 3rd inning.
Red Sox stranding 8 base runners through the first 5 innings. Nixon led off the 5th inning with a home run, his 2nd of the year, which at the time tied the score 2-2. Now the Red Sox trailed by 3 as this one has popped up foul off to the left. Tanyan Sturtz has been used a lot early. 4th appearance of the season was on Sunday in the loss against Baltimore. Over 2 1/3, he gave up 5 hits and 3 earned runs. He was very good against the Red Sox on opening night. 2 perfect innings, including 3 strikeouts. Red Sox with action in the pen. Blaine Neal beginning to warm. Mike Timlin came on last inning to relieve Curt Schilling, and Timlin got the final out of the 6th inning. Into center field, a base hit. Fourth time tonight in 6 innings the Red Sox have had the lead runner on.
Yeah, Bill Miller running that count to 3-2, and then gets a fastball moving away and slaps it up the middle.
Number 23.
Ball hit so hard that Jeter didn't have a chance to get over and make a play on it. It was quickly by him. It's been a little bit frustrating for the offense. They've had some chances in this game to score more runs than they have.
Red Sox have had at least 1 base runner in every inning. Ramon Vasquez 0 for 2 from his number 9 spot on the order tonight. Making his 2nd start in a Red Sox uniform. He had started over the weekend in Toronto, getting his start at shortstop. On the ground, Jeter to the backhand, turns and fires to second for 1, and that's all they'll get. But a pretty good play turned in by Derek Jeter. His throw came when he was in the air, off balance as he gets the throw off.
A very good play by Jeter. A-Rod in close even with the bag, and it quickly gets by him in the dive, but there's Jeter on the backhand. And throws a strike to Tony Womack. Womack's got no chance to make a double play. He'll just back right off the bat. Miller sizing him up, but no chance for 2.
So 1 out, Vasquez at first, and Johnny Damon. Johnny's got a hit tonight. He doubled and scored back in the 3rd inning. A strike to even the count at 1-1. When you think of all the pressure that Derek Jeter was under last year as the everyday shortstop, when arguably the game's best shortstop comes over to the Yankees and Alex Rodriguez, opts to move to third, but you would think that if Jeter had gotten off to a bad start or had a bad year defensively, that people would be wondering if A-Rod should move over. But his first Gold Glove last year. As this one's in the dirt, Posada can't locate it right away. No advance for Vasquez at first.
I think got a little help here from Johnny Damon. It looks like when the ball bounced up off Posada, it hit Damon's bat. Bounces up, hits helmet, right off the helmet and right back to Posada. So when the runner sees that, Vasquez, you can't go anywhere.
The 2-2 pitch. Damon slaps it foul off to the left. Johnson will get the start here tomorrow. Vasquez with a bluff at first base doesn't go, and Damon grounds it foul outside of first.
Quinn Jones trying to one-hand that. Always play it with two hands if you possibly can. Certainly Lynn knows that.
And he slaps it foul, stays alive. 2-2 the count. The Yankees into double figures in terms of hits tonight, out hitting the Red Sox 10-7. And on top 5-2, the Red Sox batting in the bottom of the 6th inning. Vasquez at first, one down. Tony Williams with a solo home run last inning. Jason Giambi with a 2-run shot. Vasquez again bluffing, and Damon fouls it off. And doing a good bit of dancing over at first base. Stays alive. This was something we saw a lot last year from Johnny Damon. With 2 strikes, he would foul off a bevy of pitches. And it was extremely good last year with 2 strikes. And he makes a lot of pitchers work. And Tanyan Curt said he throws 17 pitches now in the inning. Swing and a miss, and Damon strikes out after a lengthy at bat.
You know, most of the time when you think of guys swinging and misses, left-handed hitters against the splitter, you think of it away. This ball is down and in on Johnny Damon, and after a long tough at bat, Tanyan Curt wins that battle.
So 2 down in the inning. Ramon Vasquez still at first base, and here's Nixon. Been on base 3 times tonight. He has walked twice and hit a solo home run. Second home run of the season for Trot Nixon. And then led off the 5th inning. Such a different beginning this year for Nixon, of course, on the DL to begin last season, but a very healthy spring training and off to a good start. He's had great success against Tanyan Curt.
If I remember correctly, I think both Trot Nixon and Manny Ramirez, both of them had great success throughout their career against Sturts.
Trot can't believe it. It's 2-1.
2-0 pitch that looked like it might have been a little bit low.
Post up left side. Alex Rodriguez makes the catch in the Red Sox strand. Yet another base runner at the end of 6. Boston trailing 5-2.
Wow.
Lincoln Mercury dealers. Curt Schilling with his first outing of 2005. Schilling in his outing tonight over 5 2/3, struck out 5. Ran into trouble in the last couple of innings in the 5th and 6th. He gave up 2 home runs in the 6th inning, a 2-run shot for Jason Giambi, and then a solo shot for Bernie Williams. Bernie's first home run of 2005. And that would about do it for Schilling, who left in the 6th inning with 2 down, charged with all 5 Yankees runs. There are the 5 strikeouts that came in, have illustrated out there in left center field tonight. But Schilling on the hook for this one right now, with the Red Sox trailing 5-2 as we head to the 7th inning. New pitcher on is Blaine Neal.
2 runs allowed in each of his 2 games that he's appeared in this season. His last outing coming Sunday at Toronto, an inning in that game. 3 hits allowed and the 2 earned runs. Neal coming over from the San Diego Padres. Adam Heisdu. Brad Mills was telling me Heisdu made a great catch in that game today for the Padres.
In center field and in for a hit. Gary Sheffield didn't wait around long after the first pitch from Neal. Well, the Yankees have had trouble offensively, going 1-4 in the last 5 games with some lowly offensive numbers, but they have picked it up here over the last 2 innings. 5 runs, just 3 runs over the previous 22 innings.
Joe Torre shuffling that lineup today for really the first time this season. So far, it's paid off for him.
Of course, the Yankees had only 1 run on Monday as the Red Sox won 8-1. And as part of that shuffle tonight, Bernie Williams dropping down to the number 9 spot, and he has 2 hits tonight, including a home run. So moves have worked for the most part. Their leadoff guy Tony Womack's been on base twice. Matsui with a double back in the 4th, 1 for 3 tonight. There he goes, Sheffield. The pitch is a ball, the throw down not nearly in time.
Sheffield had a walking lead over there at first base, was not stopped, and an easy stolen base for him. Let Sheffield get his lead. He's moving towards second base and had a great jump. No chance for Veritek.
Had 5 of them last year. Matsui skies one to center field. Damon back there makes the catch as he drifts back onto the warning track. Sheffield heading for 3rd, and he will get there with 1 down in the inning.
Sheffield sees that Damon is going to have to backpedal toward that warning track in center field, so he'll just tag at second base and easily go on to 3rd. So now with 1 out, the Red Sox already down by 3. I'm sure he'll have to pull that infield in.
Mentioned the 5 stolen bases last year for Sheffield. The most he's had in his career back with the Milwaukee Brewers back in 1990. He stole 25 bases that season. His last year in Atlanta, which was an amazing season for him, where he hit .330, 39 homers, 132 RBIs. He stole 18 bases. Still got pretty good speed. The Red Sox will bring the infield in all the way around with Alex Rodriguez batting 0 for 3 tonight. Rodriguez chases after that pitch, 2-1. Blaine Neal giving up the leadoff single to Sheffield, who stole second base. Matsui fly to center. And Sheffield moved over to third base on the long fly out. Further action In the Red Sox bullpen, the sidewinding lefty Mike Myers.
Back-to-back lefties after Posada, Giambi, and Tino Martinez.
Neal's 2-2. Struck him out. Second time tonight. A-Rod down by way of the K. Sixth strikeout for Red Sox pitching.
Upstairs with the fastball. Thrown by A-Rod. His struggles continue at the plate here against the Red Sox.
Two down for Jorge Posada, who's 2 for 3. Both singles going to right field. Wrapped around a ground out to second base. The first outing of the year tonight for Curt Schilling. 5 2/3, 9 hits. Curt allowed 5 runs, including 2 home runs. He walked 1, struck out 5. Through 108 pitches, 78 for strikes. Posada, who has the most RBIs by any catcher in the major leagues since 2000. Yes, this pitch makes it 2-1. So 444 RBIs over the last 5 full seasons. And he's got Sheffield at third with 2 down. Got 117 home runs since 2000. And over that span, he trails only Mike Piazza in all the major leagues for home runs by a catcher. Piazza's got 121, just 4 more. Strike 3 call. Neal gets out of the inning unscathed. 7th inning stretch time from Fenway. The Yankees on top 5-2.
Back here at Fenway Park. Time now for the road ahead, presented by your New England Ford dealers. And Randy Johnson will receive a warm welcome, I'm sure, here at Fenway tomorrow night when he makes his Yankee debut here at Fenway Park. The last time he pitched at Fenway was back April 10th, 1998, as a member of the Seattle Mariners. The hair was a little longer back then, but it was the same old Randy Johnson. 15 strikeouts in that game. You may not remember that. You'll remember how that game ended, however, with Mo Vaughn's home run in the 9th. The Sox had 7 runs in the 9th inning that day to beat the Mariners. And no decision for Johnson. He'll be on the mound here for the Yankees tomorrow.
All right, thank you very much, Eric. He'll be matched up by Bronson Arroyo in the 3rd and final game of the series. And he sends one out to Derek Jeter, who throws him out at first for the first out of the inning.
Dunkin' Donuts is in its 5th year of hosting local youth groups and charitable organizations in the Dunkin' Dugout, a special seating section at Fenway Park. Over 7,000 children have had the opportunity to catch a Red Sox home game thanks to Dunkin' Donuts.
That was my attempt at circling them. Didn't work out too well, but that's them. David Ortiz after the first pitch that he sees. Skies 1. Deki Matsui takes care of out number 2.
Well, right now, Tanyan Sturt's giving the Yankees a couple of very valuable innings here.
First baseman, number 50,
Tough numbers largely as a member of the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. But lately against the Red Sox, much better for Tanyan Sturtz. He really has pitched very well since going to New York overall. Had some very tough starts against the Red Sox as a starter with the Devil Rays. Well, our batting's been on base tonight twice without the benefit of a hit. He's walked and been hit by a pitch after grounding out back in the first inning.
I was just thinking, Don, how are they going to close this window tonight with all these pipes that we have in here because for this new camera?
I don't know.
Do all those pipes have to come out?
I think they do. Yeah, I think somebody's going to come back and put them all back together again. It is a large contraption as this one is grounded back towards the mound. Sturtz has to wait. Martinez covers, and the inning is over on just 6 pitches. The Red Sox down in order, trailing 5-2 at the end of 7. Sox Baseball in Nesson is brought to you by Southwest Airlines, by your Boston area Lexus dealers, by Pepsi, by your local Lincoln Mercury dealers, by Acura, and by Sovereign Bank, the official bank of the Red Sox cable network. New pitcher on for the Red Sox. Boston trailing 5-2 to the Yankees. Top half of the 8th. Mike Myers comes on.
Back-to-back lefties with the Giambi and Tino Martinez, and Myers into the game for the 3rd time this season. Only thrown 4 pitches in the 2 games that he has been in, and one of those was for a double play.
Giambi lifts it to left. Manny Ramirez in and to his left to take care of out number 1. Red Sox have further left-handed action in the bullpen. John Halama.
Number 24, Tino Martinez.
The Yankees have action of their own after Tanyan Sturtz worked the last 2 innings. Tom Gordon warming in the pen. Here's Tino Martinez. Martinez with a double in the 5th inning. One of 11 Yankees hits tonight. The Yankees out hitting the Red Sox 11-7. I think Myers would have better numbers perhaps against Tino Martinez because he is so tough on lefties, but Martinez has held his own. 12 at bats, 5 hits, including a home run against Mike Myers. Myers falling behind him now, 3-0. Only member of the Yankees starting 9 not to have a hit in the game tonight. The Red Sox fans will probably take some pleasure in this. Alex Rodriguez is 0 for 4 in the ball game tonight as Tino Martinez will make his way down to first base. No hits tonight for A-Rod.
The center fielder, number 51, Bernie.
A walk given up by Myers, just the 2nd walk of the night given up by Red Sox pitching. As Schilling walked 1 over 5 2/3. Jerry, we'd like to thank our friends from Nakona Gloves who gave us both gloves with our names on them today. Nakona ball gloves are the only gloves on the market that are 100% manufactured in the United States. And a 4th-generation family business. We thank them very much for the gloves. As Bernie Williams sends one foul off to the right, backing out of play.
Should break yours in, and maybe we can have a game of catch sometime on the road, you know.
That would be great. Yeah, maybe outside the hotel. Does yours say the Rem Dog or no? Or just have Remy on? Rem Dog?
Yeah.
Donnie O on mine. I thank them very much. One and one to Bernie Williams. On the ground outside 3rd and foul.
A stumble down there by the ball attendant.
Look, we have new ball attendants this year.
Revolving door. Started out very nicely after this, but then I just got messed up a little bit with the footwork.
sends this into left field. And Manny Ramirez over to cut it off. Up to second base goes Tino Martinez.
That's been a good night for Bernie Williams. A double plus the home run. Base hit here, 3 for 4 out of that 9 spot in the Yankee lineup.
Second baseman, number 12, Tony Womack.
Top of the order, Tony Womack's been on base twice tonight, a walk and a double. After striking out and grounding out his first 2 at bats of the night. Womack batting a career best .307 in 145 games a year ago for the National League champion St. Louis Cardinals. 5 homers, 38 RBIs. He's now played in 12 major league seasons with 6 different clubs. Back to the mound. The second for 1 on the first. The double play. So the Yankees don't score in the 8th, but as we head to the bottom of the 8th, they're on top 5-2.
The action's just beginning. The post-game shows. W. Mason's Extra Innings and Granite City Electric's Extra Innings Extra. A full hour after the game, and guest in studio tonight. Tomorrow's starting pitcher, Bronson Arroyo.
Tom Gordon on for New York. Edgar Renteria after the first pitch. Jeter on to first to throw out Renteria. 1 pitch and 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. That's now 8 in a row retired by Yankees pitching.
3 innings so far. Actually 3 1/3 now for Gordon. 1 hit allowed, 1 earned run, 1 walk and 1 strikeout. Gordon tonight working in his 4th game. We saw him at the stadium in the first 3 games of the season.
Tanyan Sturtz worked the 6th and 7th innings, giving up just a hit. He allowed a hit to Bill Miller. No runs, no walks, and he struck out a batter. Yes, he pitched very well in relief of Jaret Wright, who worked the first 5. Right now the pitcher of record for New York, allowing 2 runs over 5 innings, and the Red Sox just couldn't get to him.
Well, they're probably going to see him next inning as he's loosening up, limbering up down in that bullpen area. One of the highlights of the ceremonies of opening day with the crowd here at Fenway cheered him, and to Mariano's credit, big smile, tipped his cap.
So a slap foul the other way by Varitek up into the seats. That's certainly one of the lighter moments. Last thing I think he probably expected.
That smile broke out about 3 steps out of the dugout. Little tip of the cap. Don't be smiling when he comes out in the 9th.
I was going to say, no smiling now. It's all business. This one grounded towards Womack. 2 down.
Now this has been excellent relief work out of the bullpen tonight for New York. Tanyan Sturtz, 2 big innings, keeping the Red Sox off the board. Now Gordon with a couple of quick outs.
So after all kinds of opportunities against Jaret Wright over the first 5 innings, Red Sox stranding 8 through the first 5. They've had only 1 base runner since the 5th as they bat here with 2 outs in the last half of the 8th. Miller with a single his last time up. It's the last base runner for the Red Sox to reach on a base hit. Boston tonight with 7 hits, being out hit by New York 12-7. The center field, Bernie Williams in and to his right. And the Red Sox go 1-2-3 for the second straight inning. The end of 8, New York on top 5-2. 5-2, Yankees on top as we head to the top half of the 9th inning. Let's take a look at what's on tap for the Red Sox, brought to you by Heineken. 1 game left against these Yankees in the 3-game series right here on NESN. And Friday night, UPN 38, Friday night baseball in Boston. NESN outside of Boston against the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. Saturday night, Sunday afternoon, and then the Toronto Blue Jays are in for a brief 2-game series. Monday, the Patriots Day game, 11 a.m. the start time on NESN. Tuesday night at 7 p.m. and the Red Sox headed back out on the road. Sox using their 5th pitcher of the game, John Halama.
John making his 4th appearance in a Red Sox uniform. Saturday at Toronto was his last outing. Gave up a hit and 3 earned runs in that ball game without recording an out. Jeter 10 for 23 in his career against Halama.
As you might expect in what is a save situation right now for the Yankees closer, Mariano Rivera, up in the bullpen. Yankees are looking for more, however, as they bat here in the top of the 9th inning. Jeter, Sheffield, and Matsui expected. The Red Sox got an inning from Mike Myers. Gave up a hit and a walk, but did not allow a run. Started the double play that ended the 8th. Red Sox bullpen is not allowed to run tonight. All the runs charged over 5 2/3 innings tonight to the Red Sox starter, Curt Schilling. Over the mound towards second. Vasquez a deep second with a throw that's in plenty of time to get Jeter.
1 for 5 tonight for Jeter, but that 1 hit driving in a run back in the 5th inning. Vasquez playing just about perfectly for Jeter there. Had to back up on the grass a couple of steps, but still time to throw him out.
One out for Sheffield. John Halama signing as a free agent with the Red Sox in December. Now with his 4th club in 4 years. Sheffield turns on this and crushes it foul up off the facade and back down again. John Halama pitching for the Astros in '98, the Mariners '99. Through 2002, then the Athletics in 2003. Last year, the Devil Rays. 7-6 with a 4.70 earned run average and 34 overall appearances with Tampa Bay last year. 14 of those were starts. And one of those starts, certainly one of his season highlights, as we mentioned earlier. The only game that Curt Schilling lost here at Fenway Park last year was on August 9th when he matched up against John Halama. An 8-3 win for the Devil Rays over the Red Sox on the 9th. And Halama worked 6 innings in that game. Vasquez ducking back to short right center field. A late back pedal, and he can't make the catch. Looked like he was in trouble right from the get-go, and as he ducks back, goes off the glove, and Sheffield will reach.
Yeah, almost got caught. Looked like drifting back toward the baseball, and that's never really a good thing for an infielder or an outfielder. Vasquez backpedaling here, and he's going to reach over to the side, and the ball's going to bounce right out of the glove. Never really had possession of that baseball. Always dangerous when you get caught drifting after a ball, whether you be an infielder or outfielder.
They charge him with the error that allows Gary Sheffield to reach. There's Matsui, who has a double tonight. He doubled back in the 4th, 1 for 4 tonight. Red Sox have committed 6 errors in 5 games against the Yankees so far in the season. Media contingent here following Hideki Matsui's every move.
I wonder if that stuff just goes on at the ballpark for guys like Ichiro and Matsui, or if they're just followed everywhere they go on the road.
Paparazzi.
There's a lot of room service if that was the case.
Amazing the streak that he has had between his games in Japan and now in the major leagues as far as the consistency goes. He's played in 1,582 consecutive professional games between his work in Japan and 332 consecutive games to start his major league career. Trying to hold up, but he does offer at the 0-2 and strikes out.
Fairly quiet tonight for Matsui. He did have the double back in the 4th inning, but here can't hold up on that high inside fastball from Halama.
The only member of the Yankees not to have a base hit tonight, they have 12 of them, was the man at the plate, Alex Rodriguez. He's 0 for 4 tonight. 2 strikeouts, a flyout, and a groundout. Everybody else has at least 1 hit. He's had success in his career against John Halama, however. There are the numbers in 11 at-bats. He has 3 home runs. The glove of Halama out towards second. Vasquez quickly to Renteria, and they just did get Sheffield at second base to end the top of the 9th. Rivera will be coming on. The Red Sox trailing by 3, down 5-2.
Celebrated. The Red Sox have heard from fans all over New England, the United States, and beyond. Now there's a way to officially register as a citizen of Red Sox Nation. Become a card-carrying member by visiting RedSox.com and enjoy the benefits of the official Red Sox Nation citizenship program.
Well, we all heard the cheers on opening day here at Fenway Park for Mariano Rivera. He just got him again on his way in from the pen. Hitter Mark Bellhorn to face him to begin the bottom of the 9th inning.
Rivera picked up his first save of the season last Saturday against the Baltimore Orioles. Overall, his 4th appearance. Bellhorn, as you can see, 2 for 5 in his career off Rivera.
Bellhorn slicing it foul to the backstop. In the postseason last year, 4 consecutive blown saves from Mariano Rivera against the Red Sox. Bellhorn line to second and diving to make the catch is Womack. Makes the catch in the air.
Throws to first base just in case, but he did get the out call from the first base umpire. Sinking line drive that Tony Womack makes a nice play on. Takes a base hit away from Bellhorn.
Greg Gibson, the first base umpire, out there quickly to signify the out as Johnny Damon takes ball 1. Johnny had a double back in the 3rd inning. Rivera with a 3-run lead to work with here in the bottom of the 9th.
Last we saw Rivera in Yankee Stadium, he was throwing the cut fastball and trying to turn over fastballs away from left-handers. It's like he's going away here.
Red Sox stranded 8 men through the first 5 innings. Since the 5th inning, the Red Sox have only stranded 1. They've not had a great deal of opportunity since the Yankees bullpen has become involved in the game tonight. Red Sox with all kinds of chances through the first 5 against Jaret Wright. Including stranding the bases loaded in the 3rd. And there with the 3-1. Damon takes the strike. The full count now. The 3-2 pitch. Damon chops it towards Womack. 2 down in the 9th. This game summary is brought to you by Dunkin' Donuts. Mentioned a lot of chances for the Red Sox early. The Red Sox 3, 4, and 5 hitters with only 1 hit tonight. Between them, Ramirez, Ortiz, and Millar. And the Red Sox being out hit by the Yankees 12-7 in this one. A home run in the ball game for Trot Nixon. His 2nd home run of the season coming back in the 5th inning. And it'll take something from Nixon if we are to continue with 2 down in the 9th. And he spins back out of the way. Last 11 outs for the Red Sox on just 46 pitches as the Yankees bullpen made relatively quick work of the Red Sox since Jaret Wright left.
So far, the bullpen only giving up 1 hit. Bill Miller getting a hit off Tanyan Sturridge.
A strike, and it's 2-1. After Wright left, Tanyan Sturridge 2 shutout innings, giving up a hit. And then Tom Gordon went an inning. He pitched the 8th, retiring the Red Sox 1-2-3. She'll join W.B. Mason's extra innings after the ball game. 3-1 to Nixon. Manny Ramirez waiting on deck, hoping he'll get a chance in this one. 2 outs in the 9th. For the 3rd time tonight, Trot Nixon has drawn a walk.
That's 7 walks already on the season for Trot Nixon.
The longest Manny Ramirez has gone to start a season without a home run is 8 games, and this is the 8th game of the season tonight. We'll take a look at some numbers from Mariano Rivera versus the Red Sox. Great numbers. From 95 through 2000, not so good since, including 4 blown saves we mentioned in the last 4 opportunities for him. And he does not have a home run so far this season, and this, again, his 8th game of the year. Drives it foul to the backstop.
Rivera trying to get ahead quickly with that cut fastball, and Ramirez fouling it straight back.
With the first 2 outs, Bellhorn lining to Womack for out number 1. Johnny Damon grounding out. Nixon working the 2-out walk, and Ramirez batting now with a count 0-1. The Yankees have wondered early on what have been the problems for Mariano Rivera. A strike, and Ramirez down 0-2. Red Sox won game 1 of the series 8-1. They trail 5-2 here in the bottom of the 9th in game 2. Just off the outside edge, and it's 1-2 now to Manning.
Red Sox would love to see Ortiz get up in this game.
On the ground right side to Womack on to first, and the Yankees take game 2 of the series. The Red Sox down tonight 5-2.
Play of the game is brought to you by Foxwoods Resort and Casino, and it's the Giambi home run, his second of the season. This is in the 6th inning when the Yankees added 3 runs. Bertie Williams also with a home run in that inning. The Foxwoods Resorts and Casino play of the game.
Well, 3 hours and 8 minutes. The Yankees beat the Red Sox 5-2. The Red Sox now 3-5 on the season. For Jerry Remy and Eric Freed, I'm Don Orsillo saying good night from Fenway Park. Stay tuned next for WB Mason's Extra Innings.